Hi everyone, it's Amy from Nifty Stitch on Flosstube and on Instagram. I'm so sorry that it has been over a month now that I filmed a video. Life's been very busy, work's been getting in the way, everything's just been happening all at once. Obviously we went on holiday as well, so it has been crazy. But luckily I have managed to work on 8 projects in that month. So yeah, we'll go through them. There's like a tiny bit of haul. I've got spooky stitching, and then I'm going to do some shout outs as well. Also, when I first started filming this, my sausage dog Frankie was trying to get through the door, so he came to say hello, so I'll see if I can clip that bit in the end and then you can meet Frankie because he is very cute. But yeah, he just thought he would like to come and say hello. So yeah, I've also not too well at the minute, so if my voice goes or if I need a cough, I apologise. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the stitching. So the first project that I have worked on is my Christmas pudding recipe by Stitchrovia, and I've put in 251 stitches on it and some back stitching. So here's what it looks like now. We're stitched on 18 count oatmeal Ada, 2/1 full cross, and obviously the back stitching as well. So I have worked on all of this section here. Finished off the chopped almonds, don't forget the secret sixpence, and I've started on the self-raising flour. So we're doing well. I think I've also back stitched these eggs too because I don't think they were done. So I've started working on the border as well. It's like a double stitched border, so it's like back stitch. I think then it's got crosses, and then the crosses are back stitch as well, so it's going to take a lot of work. So I'm going to work on the bottom half of that as well next. So the next project I've worked on is my back silhouette, and this is from Oh My Stitches shop on Etsy, and I've put in only 175 stitches on this. It's been a bit tricky because some of the stitching that I've had to do is late at night, and when it's this small my eyes can't go up. So all of these are going to have threads attached as well, so I apologise. So here's what we're up to now. So those 175 stitches are basically just being worked in this little section here for his ears and like his head. This is stitched on 28 count fabric. Don't ask what fabric, I don't know. 28 count. Next project I've worked on is my snowman piece from DMC, and here's what we look like now. So as you can see, I have worked on all the back stitching for the buttons, his arm, the scarf, his smile, his eyes are also finished as well. There's a little bit of back stitching around those. I need to stitch his nose in just to make him look like the snowman. But I've worked on all of the sky as well. This is stitched with 1 thread, as well as this little section down here. So I'm not going to put in this bit of back stitching until I've finished off like this part here. Hence why that bit isn't on, but this bit is. So yeah, we're getting there, we're getting really close. And this was a whip go piece for June, so I really want to get this finished, so obviously I can mark it off. I feel like the end is in sight now. Obviously you can see the outlining of his hat and everything, so we're getting really close. I can feel it's going to be finished soon. The next project that I've worked on is Axel's birth sampler. Now this is, to me, going to be classed as a finish because all of the back stitching is now complete. So the only thing that's left to do is to put his details on, so his full name, his date of birth, the time and how much he weighed, and obviously it was nice enough for Amber to let me put this on Flosstube alone, so I'm not going to put all of his details on Flosstube. So to me this is a finish for Flosstube, so this is the last time that you'll see this. Obviously all of the information I'll put on, and then I'll frame it and gift it to her. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. The next piece is George's jumper. Now this is a mouse loft piece. I'm going to put the progress picture, see if I can try and do the progress and the finished picture all in one, because I've lost the actual finished piece. It was a kit that I had taken away with me on holiday, with it just being a little small mouse loft kit, and I put it all away. I put it in the front of my Christmas pudding recipe bag because I took that one as well. And I thought, oh, if I work on this one, it's a whip go goal, then I can get it finished. And it was for September, so I was like, yeah, I got it done and it'll be in September, win-win. I completed it, I took it home. Then I've had a major clean and spray when it's come to my craft supplies and the storage for all my crafts downstairs. Now we've got things living in these cupboards, well, in these like fabric boxes. So I've looked in there. Someone's at the door. Sorry if you can hear Frankie having a meltdown. And my mum. Anyway, we're going to bypass this. It's a parcel. I might go and see if that's my fabric. Pause for a second. Right, okay, we're back. It was my fabric. I can't wait to show you that. But yeah, carrying on. I can't remember what I was saying before we paused. But we'll move on to the next project. So the next one is The Reef by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by John Enright. And I'm working up in this corner here. So this was a whip go call for September. Yeah. Here's what we look like now. I've put in 1,061 stitches because I needed to put in 1,000 for whip go goal. Excuse the dog. But yeah, I need to put 1,000 in for the whip go goal. I haven't done it in the way that some people have worked their whip go, where if they've already done the stitching on it that year, then they mark it off as completed but not called. Just because I wanted to pick it back up again when the project was called, because I haven't touched this since March, so it was nice to pick it up for one last time. I don't think I'm going to get it out anymore this year because I've put in over 13,000 stitches just this year. It is like 10 stitch, so half stitches, that's why it's gone so quick. But yeah, sorry, I'm a bit out of breath from running up and down the stairs. That just goes to show how unfit I am. But yeah, so I've put in 1,061 stitches. This is stitched on 25 count Lugana as well. This is probably the last time you see it, obviously apart from my whip parade, but it's probably the last time you'll see that I've worked on it anyway. Unless I do like a wheel spin or something, sometimes I fancy doing that. I've just looked at my notes and now I know what I was talking about. So George's jumper, we'll get back to that really quick, sorry. So I've lost it. It was in the front of my little project bag that I took with me. It is here, but I've sorted out all of my cross-stitch things. They're in the fabric boxes behind me. It's not in there. It's not up the loft in my other crafty space. It's not in the cupboard. It's not on my craft trolley. I don't know where it's gone. It's just evaporated into thin air. But it was there. It was there when I tidied on Tuesday. It was definitely there because I was on FaceTime to my mum and I showed her it. And then I put it somewhere. I can't remember where I've put it. It'll turn up at some point, but I will put a picture in from my Instagram of what it looked like. Here, I just hold my hand like this when I edit. So this is what it looked like. I didn't realise until I'd put it away that I've done the trees all black and it was supposed to be green, but it's the middle of winter in the pattern, so there isn't any leaves. I know they're supposed to be like fir tree kind of thing, but to me, it shouldn't have leaves on, so it's all black because the leaves have fell off. Anyway, moving on. The next project I've worked on is my Hocus Pocus piece. This is by Good Morning Maui. And I have put in 482 stitches. This has been stitched on 18 count I think it's a dove grey Ada or just a grey Ada. Here's where we're up to now. So Winifred is finished. And this is the start of Mary's hair. So I picked this piece up because I was working on a secret project, and once I'd gone round, it got to the other side and it didn't line up. So I had to frog about 100 stitches. Could have cried. Also, apologies for that noise. The window in the spare bedroom hasn't been fully sealed, so when it's windy it makes a noise like a ghost. Very fitting for this kind of year, but it's very irritating. So if you can hear that, I do apologise. Anyway, moving on. So I picked this one up instead because I couldn't look at the secret project again after I had rectified the mistake. I couldn't look at it anymore, so I had to put it away, and I got this out. So I put in 482 stitches, finished off Winifred. Obviously she needs the back stitching for like a little mouth, and I think she's got them little zaps out of her hands. Yeah, and obviously that's just the start of Mary's hair, so hopefully we can get some more of that finished soon. That'd be nice. And last but not least is my Stitch Silhouette 2. And this is a pattern by All My Stitches shop on Etsy. I'm not sure if it's still available anymore, but I have put in 355 stitches on this one. And here's where we are with it now. So it's the first time I've actually picked this up since January when I started it. It was supposed to be a gift for a friend, but life got in the way. The time for the gift has been and gone. They didn't know about it, it was secret, so it's worked out well. So yeah, I've worked on like this little section here and finishing off the pinks. This little bit of white threads on just to literally fill in that whole, I'm guessing it's like a sunset. So we've got that to do. This is Whip Go Go for October to get 1,000 stitches in. So I've put 355 in it. I was going to put more in last night, but when I picked it up, my tablet had 5% in. So I was speed stitching to try and get as much done as I could before obviously it was flat. So that is that. Now, haul. I'm so happy that this has come. I'm going to save the suspense. That's going to be the last thing I'm going to show. So the first thing, it's the only little thing that I can show because the rest of it is in this box because they're my work in progresses now and these are the new starts. I've got about 20 new starts. I know, I'm insane. But I've got about 20 new starts that are going to be starting from November. And I'm going to have either one, some days have two, well some weeks have two, sorry, from start of November all the way through to the end of December, because next year I want no new starts. Now, I'm not doing the typical no new starts where you have 200 stitches in each project. I'm going to try to have at least 100 and not 200, but I'm not in the group. I'm not following group rules or anything like that because just for me, it's my personal goals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start them. I'm going to try and get some decent progress on them. It doesn't have to be loads. I want to get at least half of it done or something. I literally just want to put a bit of progress in. So to me, a no new start would be picking something up. Say I hadn't started my Stitch Silhouette, picking that up and starting it. If it has got a start date, I can't start it. If it has got a start date, I can work on it because then I've started it. Because when I go through like on my progress and my things for like project tracking, I go off like when was my start date. So I'm having nothing for 2023, so I feel like I need to start loads of new things so I have new things to work on throughout next year. It doesn't mean that they're actually all going to get progress on them, but at least they're there just in case. I know that I really want to get progress on the likes of my Tinkerbell piece, Christmas Tree Farm, Beauty and the Beast. There's quite a few big projects like Lovers as well, that's another one. I really want to get some progress on those. I also started some this year as well, so there's my Quick Stitch Fairy Sisters, Catch a Falling Star, that's a mini, and my Cozy One Evening because I really love the artwork, but it's just having that bit of time to focus on them pieces. They get heavily neglected because they're such a big piece. You don't really see much progress on them unless you sit and put thousands and thousands of stitches in. So to me, I've been really struggling to work on them. But I think if I've only got little progress, little projects to work on, because the ones that I've picked are kits, or they're not like tiny little kits, but some of them are like smaller kits, some of them are a little bit bigger. There's only one full coverage piece that I'm starting this year, and then that is it, no more. There's a few that I've bought that I really like, but in like the Vincent Fleming series, so the Lovers piece is a Vincent Fleming artwork, and I also have like the Halloween one, the Christmas one. There is the Fireflies and Grandparents, or Grandparents and Fireflies, I'm not sure which way around that goes, but I really like them. I don't want to start all of them at once. I want to try and finish the Lovers piece, then start the next one, so I don't just have a backlog of all of these Vincent Fleming pieces. At least I've started one and finished one and then moved on to the next. So we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do it and we can get some good progress on everything. The likes of my Disney Galaxy Castle and things like that, they also really need finishing and some love, because that one hasn't had any progress in it at all this year. It is to be worked on because it's a whip go goal and it needs to have 1,000 stitches in it. But I was really trying to aim to finish that this year, but then other ones have taken over. So I really need to have a look at my old projects, see how much progress they need, and work my way back from the oldest to the newest. I'm not going to solely work on, say, Tinkerbell is my oldest whip. I'm just going to solely work on that until it's done, because I'm not a monotonous stitcher. I can't just work on one thing at a time. So little bits here and there just to get that progress rolling will really help, I think. And hopefully get some love back into the project. So we'll see what happens with that. So I have bought all of the fabric and threads for all of the new ones, apart from one that is, it's not a full coverage, but it's a decent sized piece. So I'm gonna buy the threads for that closer to the time, because I think it's got about 80 colours in. So we'll see what happens with that. But the only little thing that I can show you from that haul was this. So it's just a little mouse loft kit called Electric Guitar. I can't talk today. And this will be a little Christmas present for Andrew's dad, because he really likes music. He's been into music for as long as I've known him, and well, it's only been like 5 years, 5.5 years. But he used to be in a band, he used to play gigs and things like that. That's what got Andrew into drumming, and learned how to play the drums and things. And I also made a pattern, a Stitch Rovia pattern, You Rock. That was for Andrew's dad for a Christmas present a few years ago. He absolutely loved it. So I found this one and I thought it'd be really nice to make it into like a little coaster or something, so he can use it in his studio, because he might have retired, but he still likes to play about with his guitars and things like that, because he still has them all. But yeah, he still likes to play in the little studio that he's got. So I thought it'd be nice to have a little coaster for him, so there's that. And then this has just come in the post, so guess he's having a new start today. So this is my piece of fabric. How can I show you this to its full potential, because it's beautiful? I don't know how to do this. So I have never ever, oh sneak peek, I've never ever bought dyed fabric, like hand dyed fabric. The closest I've ever been to a fabric change is having grey or navy or black Ada. That is as far as it goes. The only colour, and the oatmeal one was the jazziest one I've ever had. So for me, this is like next level nifty stitch. I bought a Moana pattern and I really liked it, but it was so basic with just one colour. I didn't just want to do it on white or a light blue Ada. I wanted something that popped and was really pretty, because it literally has one colour in it. I'll put a picture in so you can see what the pattern is. But it's just stitched in one colour. So I really wanted the fabric to be the, you know, have the spotlight for once. So I got in contact with Lauren from the Cross Stitch Bunny, who has a little shop. and when I looked into it, she had a piece that was called Lagoon, and it was beautiful, but it was 14 count, and it wouldn't fit my pattern on it because my pattern would have been way too big. So I asked her if she had any like smaller pieces, like 18 count, and she said, oh, she hasn't got any, but she's going to dye some just for me. So she dyed some, but it didn't quite work out. So then she's decided on doing it on a 32 count. I've never done it on 32 count before, but she's persuaded me, and it sounds like a good idea. So we'll see how well this goes. But yeah, so this is the piece. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. It looks a little bit darker on the screen than it is in person, but it is absolutely beautiful. If I can just bring this little piece in and see if it, oh no, that's like washing it, no, oh there, that's what it looks like, and it is beautiful. I absolutely love it, and it's the first time that I'm working on 32 count, so we'll see how well this goes. But yeah, so this is my piece of fabric that I'm using. I'm going to fold it up again. This is what I'm using for my Moana piece. I absolutely love it. I really wanted something that matched like the sea kind of look, and with this sort of the blues where it's like the waves kind of thing. Hang on. There we go. With it like the blues, looking like the waves and the white, like, you know, they get like the sea foam kind of thing. That's what really reminded me of when I saw it, and I was just like, I need it. I need it. So I am so grateful that she's managed to make a piece just for that one pattern, because it is beautiful and I love it so much, and I can't wait to start it. I heard the door would go then, and I thought, I really hope it's my piece of fabric, and it was, and I could have cried when I opened it because it's so beautiful. So thank you so much, Lauren. I love it. It's amazing. Go and check out her shop. It's brilliant. She's now got new project bags in, and I'm going to have to buy some because they are beautiful. There's one that is like a Disney princess and villains fabric, and it's black with like, they're all different colours, and beautiful, beautiful. I need it. I'm going to buy it. And probably some more because there's Harry Potter themed ones on there as well. And I don't have a Harry Potter themed bag, so I need one of them as well. Not that I need a bag, but I need one of them. So we'll do that. So yeah, so thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. The spooky stitching, I'll put in a picture of Sarah's progress. We haven't had time to sit together and watch films that are spooky, slightly spooky. I'm not in for the big spooks, just a little spook. And we just haven't had time. Our paths have never crossed when we've wanted it to, and also she's on holiday. So it can't happen this weekend, possibly next weekend. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so this is the progress on her Hannibal Lecter spooky stitching piece that she's got. She's completed some of the letters in it. She's only just managed to start it because she's also really busy with life and work and doing coursework and things like that. It's just a very busy time for us, evidently. So yeah, I just thought it was really nice. I said, oh, send me the progress picture, and she sent me, and I was like, oh, that looks great. I really like the fabric. It's really nice. Even she's got more jazzier fabric than me. Well, until that fabric's just come. I can't wait to start it. I'm so excited. The last thing that I'm going to do, because I feel like I'm a very awkward person and I've never really felt confident enough to do it, but I feel confident to do it today, so we'll do it today. You know, go with your instincts, do it. Why not? So I got a shout out a couple of times. Window, shush. It's time. I got a shout out from a couple of Flosstubers, and obviously I've messaged them to say thank you, but I feel like it should only be right to say thank you back properly and to shout out their channels. Not that I have masses of followers, but that doesn't matter. As long as you reach one person and they enjoy you, that's all that matters to me. So I have got a little list of people to say thank you to, or just in general, even though they might not know who I am, just to say thank you for being there when I needed somebody to watch. Because I started watching Flosstube in 2020, it was in lockdown, and I was sort of losing my way a little bit. I've been furloughed from work. Andrew was just as if nothing had happened, and he was just in and out of work all of the time. So for him, it was like nothing had happened and nothing had changed, where for me, I wasn't allowed to go outside. I wasn't allowed to do anything. And this is when I really started to pick cross stitch back up, because I needed something to do to keep me busy while I was just in the house like a caged hen every day, all day. So when I looked on YouTube and I just typed in cross stitching, first thing that came up was Flosstube, and I started watching Alma's Little Wonders, and she is such a very calm spoken, lovely person who has massive big projects, and every single one of them is beautiful. She has done like Disney pieces, Harry Potter pieces. She did the Hogwarts castle, and it was amazing. The amount of 310 she put in that, I applaud her. Brilliant. I couldn't have sat and done all of that. So she's got the patience of a saint. She also says that she hasn't done much progress, but then has a lot of progress to show. I don't know how she does it, because she has a busy life, and I just don't know how she manages to do it all. But yeah, she's got a lot of really nice projects on the go. So yeah, all of these people as well, go and check them out, see if you enjoy watching them. Sometimes it's a case of Marmite, you either love people or you're not really too fussed, but all of these, I absolutely love watching them. The next person that I found was Darren from Dizzy Stitcher, and he is so funny. He's got 3 cats who just like to have a mad half an hour every time he says go on the camera, and he has a lot of Heaven and Earth design project. One of the ones is a supersized tiger family of the jungle, and it is beautiful. Every time he brings that one out to be like, look at the progress, I just can't help but be amazed by how brilliant it looks. I can't wait to see that one finished. Like, he's got one of the big tigers in already with a little cub, and it looks so pretty. Like, all of the colours of the leaves and everything, and the colours of the tigers just really pop. A lot of his stitching, I wouldn't stitch it, but I really appreciate watching him stitch it, if that makes sense. Like, tigers, they're nice, but it just makes it so much better when he stitched it. It's like, wow, like, I can't believe it. It's amazing. The next person is Stitched by Liz with an underscore, and she has a lot of really pretty Harry Potter pieces that I absolutely love. But every time she shows one, I get my phone out and I'm so excited to Google it, because I really want to find it. Because I want to stitch on it too, and then she's like, oh, it's not available anymore. I'm like, no. So it's a shame, but I'll stitch them vicariously through Liz stitching them. And also her husband Ross gave me a shout out through editing her videos, so as she's talking, he edits the videos and he pops up with the little things that he says, and he gave me a little shout out, and I was really appreciative of that. Obviously I've only just started catching up on these Flosstube videos since being that busy, but so I was really appreciative of that. And then the next time Liz did a video, then obviously she shouted me out as well, so that was really nice. So thank you to both of you, really appreciate it. The next person that I found was Stitchman Darcy. Now, he is something else. He's just so funny. If I'm having a bit of a down day or I'm just not really feeling it, I put his video on that I need to catch up on, and it just makes me laugh. He's so funny. He's just so quirky. Everything about him is just so funny. He's got a lot of nice projects. He always has a good amount of progress to show as well, which is really good. So yeah, he's just something else. You don't really see many people being that funny and quirky with cross stitch, but he does it. So definitely go and have a check him out, because he's just so funny. The other person obviously is Holly from My Daily Hairs. She is from America, but she now lives in the UK, and she lives not too far away from me, I wouldn't say. But yeah, she's such a lovely, sweet person, such a good heart. And obviously by the name My Daily Haids, she does Heaven and Earth design projects, and she works on them every single day. So she has a lot of like nice progress to show. Some of them that she works on are absolutely beautiful. All of the colours just really pop in them. And it's really nice to see the progress that she makes. So definitely go and see her. And last but not least is Lauren from the Cross Stitch Bunny, who made that amazing fabric. I keep looking at it on the floor, and I can't get over how nice it is. She has a lot of really pretty like mirabilia pieces, and she started doing some Rendale design pieces as well, which I'm really excited about. She's done quite a few, well, she has quite a few to stitch as well, the heritage craft pieces, and I really like the seagulls with the fish and chips. That's made me kind of want to get that one and start as well. I just caught up on her latest video as well yesterday, and she's been buying a few more pieces. I think it's the heritage craft ones, but there was like seals on a rocks and things like that, and they were just so cute. The one that was the sea turtle as well underwater, that one was really pretty, so I can't wait to see her do the progress on them. But she's got quite a few. There's some on Ada, there's some on linens, there's a lot of variety there. So definitely go and check her out, because they're all just such like cute dainty little pieces, and they're really nice. There's one that she's doing that was like an alphabet, and the amount of back stitching on those were insane, but they look so intricate. I can't believe she's got the patience for it, because I definitely wouldn't have the patience to put that much back stitch in them. So yeah, definitely go and check all of those people out, because they are amazing and they keep me sane. If there's anybody who you think you would like to recommend, please just leave a comment down below, and obviously I'll check them out as well. I'm always looking out for new floss tubers. There's a few who I follow on Instagram who have floss tubes now, and I've subscribed to them, but I haven't had time to actually go back, because depending on how many videos people have, I like to go back from the first one and start and work my way all the way through to like the latest video, if they've got hundreds. Possibly not, but I do really like to go back to the first one and start and work my way through, because it is just so exciting to see where somebody started up to where they've become now, and all of the different projects that they've had in between. I think that would be so exciting. So yeah, if you have anybody who you would recommend, who you really like watching, please just leave a comment down below, and I'll check them out, because it's always nice to find new people. So yeah, that is everything from me. Hopefully I can film the next one sooner than I filmed this one. But yeah, I'm starting to get back into the swing of cross stitching again, because I had a little bit of a roller coaster of didn't film much, didn't stitch much, not much to show, don't really want to film kind of emotions going on. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the cross stitch mojo has come back with a vengeance, especially now that that fabric is staring me out. I need to start that today. So look out for that on my Instagram. But yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to start all of these new things. I might do a video of all of the new starts that I have. I might just leave them as a surprise. We'll see. There might be a video, there might not be. So hopefully I do well with this fabric, because I can't. But yeah, Frankie made an appearance at the start of the video. I cut it so that I could restart it, because he just totally distracted where I'd started. I think literally all I said was hi and a few words, but it completely threw me off. So I'm gonna put this clip in at the end of him making an appearance, so I'll leave that there. But thank you everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those YouTube things, and hopefully I should see you again very soon. Until next time, bye. Where? This is Frankie. Gonna say hi. Hi. Frankie is our sussy dog. Very long, aren't you? Mm. You've been getting treats off Grandma. Ugh, lovely. Yeah. We've had him since June of this year. We sort of like adopted him. He's going to be 2 in December. He's just so cute. Hang on, you like hiding away. There we go, look. Say hi, everyone. Hi. You're lovely, aren't you? You love cuddles and you love barking at everybody out of the window. He's just a very placid dog. It all started because we found a dog on the Dashlands North East page that somebody had posted. I'd basically just been used for breeding, and Andrew said to me, "Oh, can we get him, please?" And I'd said, "Oh, go on, why not?" By the time he'd messaged the woman, somebody else had already picked him up. So then that got us looking for a dog. And that's when Frankie came along. Basically, the lady who was selling him just didn't want him anymore. With a heavy heart, she had to get rid of him because she had a brand new baby in the house and he is incredibly needy. So, didn't go well, did it, buddy? No. So, yeah. You're going to go back and see Grandma now so I can film my video? Thanks. Come on.